you should have your mobile phones and electronic gadgets on silent mode, and please line up in the hall according to the places that you're supposed to be in. All of you are chatting around, it's fine, but the helicopter, I think, has landed, so we will start the convocation at 10 o'clock. So I request you to kindly be seated with your mobile telephones and all electronic gadgets on silent mode. From here, I can see a whole lot of students bunched up in groups. Can you take your positions, please, as soon as possible? Thank you. Now may I request the students who are looking after the students who are going to get their diplomas today to kindly take their places, please. From here, all I can see are a bunch of students together. Kindly take your places, line up the hall in an orderly manner, and kindly have your mobile telephones, electronic gadgets on silent mode, please. The people who are singing Saraswati Vandana, kindly do not be crowding the aisle. Kindly take your places on the side, please. All the Saraswati Vandana, the people who are rendering, kindly take your places on the side. You can meet all your friends after the convocation is over. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your kind attention, please? The convocation ceremony is not meant for us. It is meant for the students to make your day very special, very memorable, and we are indeed privileged to have here with us the chief mentor of the IMT group, Mr. Kamal Nath, who will be joining us, our chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, who will be addressing the convocating students, and I request sobriety to be maintained in the auditorium Kampandal so that you can do all the enjoyment that you need to do after the convocation is over. So once we get a cue that the shlokas are starting from the audiovisual department, the convocation procession will start. I'll request you to kindly rise, remain standing till the dignitaries are seated on the stage. During the oath-taking ceremony, I think you've all been told yesterday during the rehearsals, for those who are not here, I request you to kindly follow what the director has to say and stand up and say your name and repeat after him till he says, unquote. So I request all of you to kindly assemble as soon as possible. We don't want a mess once the convocation procession enters the pandal. We need order as soon as possible, please. Please ask the students to come in, take their places as soon as possible. It's already 9:45 and we will be starting at 10 o'clock. My job here is to make you feel wonderful, but for that I also need you to follow the kind instructions that I'm sending you. First of all, you need to be seated on the seats allocated to you and not next to your friends, please. Please sit on the seats allocated to you. I will be mentioning the names of the people coming on stage in batches of 10. You will just continue and you will receive your diplomas accordingly. But please do not mention to the chief guest or the chief mentor that this diploma does not belong to me. We can change that once the convocation is over. Please do not create a mess on the stage. So you need to come up as soon as possible, receive your convocation degrees, pose for the photographers, and then leave as quickly as possible. We need to do this as quickly as we can, so do not follow the fact that I'm going at a speed. I need to go at a speed, so all of you receive your diplomas Each one of you will receive your diplomas according to the list that I've been given, but just keep coming and quickly coming on stage, receiving your diplomas and quickly leaving the stage, please. I request everyone to take their positions. Yes, my beautiful Saraswati Vandana team, who is also going to render the national anthem, already here looking beautiful, and they're going to be coming on stage in a short while from now. So we're going to make this a wonderful day for you. We're going to make it memorable for you. We're going to make it very special for you. But please do not crowd the aisle passage like this. It's looking so disorderly from the stage. Please take your positions as soon as possible. Do not bunch together. Keep spaces amongst all of you, wherever you're standing. Do not bunch together and chat together. We just need your kind attention right up to 11:45. So the only person who is allowed to use a mobile telephone is this beautiful lady next to me, Megha, who will be giving me any instructions which I need to follow. Even my mobile phone is not with me. So I request all of you to kindly stay off your mobile phones, kindly keep your mobile phones in your bags or in your pockets. Take your photographs. I can see many of you taking photographs right now. You can take all your photographs, as many as you want, after the convocation is over, please. I do not know why I have to keep repeating these things, but please, the ones that I can see on the left, kindly take your places, please, as soon as possible. All of you, kindly take your places. The senior batch who are going to receive their diplomas, this announcement is for you. I will be mentioning the names in batches of 10. You will not come up according to the way I am mentioning your names. I got the list. You will get your diplomas. Do not stop the proceedings by saying this diploma does not belong to you. We'll deal with that after the convocation is over, because we have a lot of things to deal with. We have, I think, about 400 people who are going to receive their diplomas today. So we need to do this fast so that it gets over fast. You can throw your hats in the air after the convocation procession has left the pandal. You can throw all the hats, you can do whatever you want, you can party and have a great time after the convocation procession has left the pandal. I request that sobriety is maintained. I request your patience is maintained. I know you have wonderful photographs to be taken, but when you're on stage, the official photographer will take your picture receiving your diploma, so you can contact him for that special picture of yours. And with your friends, you have the whole day ahead with you. So thank you very much for coming here. It is wonderful to be here. This is my 20th convocation with the IMT group. So I really think it's very special, because it's the one after 3.5 years after COVID. So we request you kindly, and thank you, the aisle management committee, for taking your places. Can you kindly make sure that they're seated as soon as possible, and all of you should be seated in the seats allocated to you. Once the shlokas start, that means the procession will be entering the pandal. So I will make an announcement to kindly rise. You will remain standing till the dignitaries are seated on the stage. So I hope I made all the announcements for you. And during the oath-taking ceremony, it's a beautiful ceremony where you'll be taking the oath and pledging for what you're going to be doing, and you're going to make IMT, I'm sure, very proud of all of you. So we request you to kindly say your names loud so that we can all hear it and we can resonate with you. Thank you very much once again, and thank you very much for being here with us. Take your places as soon as possible, and we will be conducting the proceedings very shortly. Thank you.
behind the tags. We have a lot of tags here.
The first and second year students are requested to be seated behind the seats which are tagged, please. Please do not sit on those seats where you're sitting. Your first and second year, you have to sit on the seats without the tags. Please, you're still sitting there. Kindly get up and sit behind, please. Thank you. Behind the seats which are tagged. As quickly as possible, please. Please, so that you get a better view and you get better seats. For all the students who are entering the hall, please sit on the seats allocated to you, please. Do not sit next to your friends. Please sit on the seats allocated to you. Thank you very much. The aisle passage is looking tidy now and looking very nice from the stage. Thank you very much for all of you who are handling the students and their parents to be seated, make them comfortable, make them relax, and please tell them not to use their mobile telephones in case you see them on it, please. Thank you.
Check the order. It's a ascending order only. 1820, then 1921, and then 2020.
What will you ask the team to do?
The organization team have told them to whenever all the graduates are sitting, please only ensure that they know that they don't have to stand and say that this is not my diploma. Because I see a lot of them are still not here. So I think a lot of them must not have heard her announcement.
When you're up on stage, this is a repeat announcement. I will be reading the names in batches of 10. So please do not come up when you're receiving your diploma. It may not have the correct name on it because we're going to go very fast as everyone has to leave by 11:45. So please don't say this is not my name in front of the chief guest or in front of the chief mentor of the IMT group, Mr. Kamalnath, because we will then disrupt the proceedings of the entire show. Just take your diploma, have your photograph taken. It doesn't matter what's inside. Once it's over, you can replace your diploma with the one that you need after it's over, please. Please, I'm reiterating this because we have a time management constraint here. We need to do it as quickly as possible. So kindly take your places. I'll keep repeating the announcements till all of you are seated. I request you to kindly not take photographs from now onwards, please. Thank you. Official photographers will be standing there, which is an area cordoned off for them, and they will be taking pictures of all the proceedings of the convocation, and they'll also be taking pictures of you receiving your diplomas as well. Once the dignitaries reach the stage, the shlokas will stop. Kindly welcome all of them with a huge round of applause, because that will set the tone of the excitement of the convocation ceremony. So do welcome them with a warm round of applause as they get seated on stage. And once I request you to kindly be seated, you'll be seated, please. So I'll only make that announcement. Kindly be seated after the dignitaries. And please watch that sellotape. You could have tripped very badly. Where is the stage management person? That needs to be taped up properly. Where is the stage management person here? That needs to be taped up. You could have fallen very badly just now. If you could have fallen, then other people who are seated on the sofas can fall. Can you call somebody, please, who's looking after the carpeting and everything? Kindly have that taped up properly, please. Because you could have gone for a bad fall just now. If anybody has to communicate anything to us on the stage, from the committees or the aisle passages or anywhere, kindly do so to Megha, who's on stage here with me. I will make the necessary announcements. Students, kindly take your places as soon as possible, please. Please do not crowd the aisle passages or the sides, please. Kindly be seated. All the students should kindly be seated. The pandal should look very organized in the next 5 minutes, please. Actually, in the next 2 minutes. Why are the students coming so late? You're supposed to be here maximum by 9:45. Why are they still coming in now? Please send a message to your friends and colleagues to kindly be seated as soon as possible, please. Students, it's already 10 o'clock. Where are you? You're supposed to be seated here by 9:45. Students, kindly come here as quickly as possible. I think the helicopter's already landed and we're going to start the procession. And we are completely out of order over here. Please be seated as soon as possible. I can see the back row seated, but where are the students? Can I have somebody from the aisle passage come to me, please? Please come. One of you please come here. Thank you. Thank you. Trust a lady to come here first. I think the gentlemen are scared of me, but anyway. Where are the students? They should be seated because the chopper has already arrived. No, please tell them to come fast. The chopper's already come and the students are not seated. No, please do it fast, please. Thank you. Where are the students? There are very few students who are going to receive their diplomas. Were you not told that you have to be here by 9:45? Thank you to the students who've come here on time. The first and second year students are already seated. But where are the students who are convocating today? Can you please call them back into the hall? I mean, we can't start the proceedings without the students, right? Where are the students? I mean, we have the aisle passage people in place, we have the first and second year students in place, but the people who are actually going to get their diplomas, they're hardly here. Where are they? If the students are standing outside taking pictures, you will not receive your diplomas today, seriously. Please come inside as soon as possible. Can somebody help me here? Can the crowd management committee help me in getting the students inside, please? I mean, you can take as many pictures as you want after it is over. And I thought in the rehearsals, it was told to you yesterday to be here by 9:45. Tell these people also to help. Yeah. Chopper has landed.
Finished by 11:45. It's 10:01.
You need the quantity not here. I can't understand. I'm really losing it now.
Ask the team to check outside. Make sure.
Can the team please check to have the students seated immediately, please? Or do you want me to go outside and call them? Which one do you want us to do? Can my aisle passage people kindly call them inside, please? Can you just help us get the students inside? Instead of standing here, can you get them here inside, please? I know it's not part of your duties, but we need them here. We are starting in 5 to 7 minutes from now. And if this is the rate we're going, we're not going to be starting. Where are the students? I can't understand. Please call the students as soon as possible inside. Can my aisle passage people help me in this, please? Please, thank you. One of the boys has gone out. Can you just come up, please, for a second? Thank you. Where are the students?
Because Mr. Kamalnath has already come. We can't start without them. नहीं, finding out नहीं होगा. ये नहीं बैठेंगे तो Mr. Kamalnath will go. He will not come. If the students are so disobedient, this is ridiculous. No, please call them inside. What? 5 minutes में तो अंदर ही आ जाएंगे the dignitaries. Please catch them and get them in here.
We send 5-7 members of the team inside the campus and then taking everything.
चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाचमिति तगं होवाच यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते.
Students are not here inside.
From the Shalimar,
To who?
she's
No, you tell Professor Selina ma'am. The students are not here. Yeah, and they should not start the procession till they come.
Students, kindly be seated inside ASAP, please. I need a lot of hands and mouths out here to get them in. If you were at rehearsals yesterday, I'm sure the students were told to be here by 9:45. The chopper has already arrived. There you are. The procession has started. Please kindly rise. The procession has already started.
Tasma etat provacha annam pranam chakshushrotram manovachamiti tagam hovacha यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा अन्नं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् अन्नाद्येव कल्विमानि
Kindly remain standing till the dignitaries reach the stage, please.
जीवन्ति अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा प्राणो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् प्राणाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते प्राणेन जातानि जीवन्ति प्राणं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा मनो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् मनसो ह्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते मनसा जातानि जीवन्ति मनः तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् विज्ञानाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते विज्ञानेन जातानि जीवन्ति विज्ञानं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा आनन्दो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् आनन्दाध्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते आनन्देन जातानि जीवन्ति आनन्दं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति सैषा भार्गवीवारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतितिष्ठति अन्नवानन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या अन्नं न निन्द्यात् तद्व्रतं प्राणो वा अन्नं शरीरमन्नादं प्राणे शरीरं प्रतिष्ठितं शरीरे प्राणप्रतिष्ठितः तदेतदन्नमन्ने प्रतिष्ठितम्
Kindly be seated. IMT Nagpur Convocation ceremony has been called to order. May I make a final announcement for all mobile telephones, electronic gadgets on silent mode, please. Thank you very much. Namaskar and a very good warm welcome to all of you. I now request Dr. Bigyan Verma, Director IMT Nagpur, to kindly welcome Mr. Kamal Nath, the Chief Mentor of IMT Group of Institutions, with a floral bouquet, please. Very warm welcome to you, sir. May I request Dr. Bigyan Verma, Director of IMT Nagpur, to kindly welcome our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, Chairman and Managing Director, Raymond Limited, with a floral bouquet, please. On behalf of the Director and all of us, may I request the Chief Mentor, IMT Group of Institutions, Mr. Kamal Nath, to kindly preside over the function. I now request Mr. Kamal Nath to formally announce the opening of the convocation, please.
I declare the convocation open.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request our chief guests, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania and Mr. Kamal Nath, to kindly light the inaugural lamp to mark the auspicious beginning of the convocation, please. The diya, when lit, emits light, derives energy. It is this very energy which is a life force which sustains us. Each wick being lit is passed from one to the other, symbolizing the sharing of knowledge. Each wick being lit today is a prayer for global peace and solidarity. I now like to invite Abhimanyu Sharma, Ankita Bhattacharya, Saimule, Shruti Sapurtre, and Sujit Kumar to kindly recite the Deepak Mantra, please. Distinguished gentlemen, as is customary and auspicious, we begin the proceedings of the convocation with the rendering of the Saraswati Vandana, where we invoke Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of learning and knowledge, to bless and guide us for the success of what we are about to undertake. I'd like to invite the student volunteers to render the Saraswati Vandana, please. Thank you very much, students, for beautifully rendering the invocation. Titled Convocation 2022 has been published to commemorate the wonderful and auspicious occasion. It is my privilege in requesting our chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, to formally release the souvenir on this occasion, please. Can we have a nice photograph for our media, please? Thank you. May I now request our chief mentor, Mr. Kamal Nath, to kindly release the Convocation Special Edition of Opus, an in-house magazine of IMT Nagpur, please. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'd now like to say a few words of introduction about Dr. Vigyan Verma, Director of IMT Nagpur. He assumed the Office of Director, Institute of Management Technology, Nagpur in July 2022. Dr. Vigyan Verma taught finance in XLRI, one of the top B schools in India, for a decade, and thereafter worked for JM Morgan Stanley as a senior investment banker. He was an adjunct professor for Carleton University, Canada, and a visiting faculty at IIM Kozhikode for several years. He worked closely with the Securities and Exchange Board of India and the National Stock Exchange. Dr. Verma holds a PhD in finance, MBA with specialization in strategy and finance, Master in Business Economics from Delhi University, and a gold medalist in Master of Commerce, MCOM. He's authored 2 books on international finance and recently published another one titled Managing Work in Digital Economy. Before joining the Institute of Management Technology, IMT Nagpur, as director, he served as director for SIES College of Management Studies, Mumbai. I now invite Dr. Vigyan Verma, Director of IMT Nagpur, to kindly present the annual report for 2021-2022, please.
Hello, Honorable Shri Kamal Nath, respected Shri Gautam Hari Singhania, dignitaries from Nagpur, members of the media houses, respected parents and my dear young graduates. Good morning. On behalf of the President of IMT Nagpur, members of the Governing Council, members of the Executive Committee, and members of the Board of the Governors, faculty, staff, and students, I'm delighted to welcome you for the Convocation 2022. The Institute of Management Technology Nagpur, students of PGDM, PGDM Marketing, PGDM Finance, of batches 2018-20, 2019-21, and 2020-22 will receive their diplomas today. It is one of the most exciting moments for all of us to celebrate the successful journey of our students. It is a moment of pride for you, for your teachers, for your parents, and those who had any part in shaping your life so far. The graduating students of PGDM have successfully gone through their programs and used the opportunity to consolidate on their competencies even better. Let me enumerate some of the notable achievements of our institution in the past 3 years. Processes and academics. Processes form core of any institution. IMT Nagpur's core team supports overall administrative and academic activities of the institution. The team comprises of Dean Academics, Associate Dean Research, Chief Administrative Officer, Program Chairperson, Area Chairpersons, Faculty, Academic Program Office, and staff members. In the past 3 years, the approach towards academic activities has taken a giant leap at IMT Nagpur to make it a little more experiential. The team took care of the overall academic and coordination processes of the institution. We've added several new innovative approaches to the pedagogical tool for providing experiential learning to our students and help them improve in mental and vital awareness. Our faculty are responsible for the strategic oversight and maintenance of the functional academics of IMT Nagpur. Awards and recognitions. I'm glad to share that our alma mater received various coveted rankings and positions last year, including this year. Some of them are Competition Success Review, GSRDC ranked IMT Nagpur 6th in top leading B schools of super excellence and 13th in the overall top private B schools in the country. Program curriculum. IMT Nagpur creates facilities and scope for holistic development of its students. In order to keep up with the changing times, new elective subjects that were introduced in recent years include demand and revenue analytics, experiencing markets, strategies for life and career, blockchain technology, supply chain analytics, and actual science analytics. In the recent past, the curriculum also included a mandatory component called Social Entrepreneurship Project, wherein students visited nearby villages to develop an understanding of the ground realities of the rural economy adjacent to this place that represents 50% of the industrial demand. Identify the problem areas in each one of them up and come up with the feasible solutions with the help of the brilliant ideas of the students as such. Sri Mahendranath Memorial Lecture. IMT Nagpur organizes Sri Mahendranath Memorial Lecture every year in the month of September to pay homage and to commemorate the birth anniversary of the founder of IMT Group of Institutions, late Sri Mahendranath. On this occasion, 35 students were awarded the Sri Mahendranath Memorial Scholarship for the academic year 2018-20, 27 in the year 2019-22, and 22 students were awarded the Memorial Scholarship in the year 2022. Merit scholarships. IMT Nagpur is proud of those meritorious students who excel in their academics. During the first year of the PGDM programs, the Institute recognizes their achievement by awarding scholarships. The scholarships are given to overall toppers as well as specialized and specific toppers. The Institute also awards merit cum means scholarships. In the last 3 years, 17 students were awarded this scholarship. A total of 50 students have been awarded merit scholarship and 14 have topped across PGM core, finance, marketing across 18, 19, and 2020 batches. Guest speakers from the industry. IMT Nagpur boasts of its confluence with corporate stalwarts who grace the campus and interact with students, as well as their faculty members. More than 300 corporate speakers from all over the country visited this place, including large number of alumni of our institution, and delivered lectures for the students. IMT Journal. Every year, IMT Nagpur publishes a biannual compilation titled Journal of Emerging Technologies and Business Management. The journal consists of a unique mix of high-quality reflective studies, original research papers, and case studies. Annual management conferences. IMT Nagpur regularly organizes national and international conference. In 2020, the annual management conference and workshop was held by IMT Nagpur in conjunction with the College of Business Administration in the University of Texas at El Paso in the month of January 2020. The institute conducted 7th edition of International Conference on Sustainability and Management Strategy from September 30 to October 1, 2021. Netritwa is an HR conclave by Corporate Interaction Committee every year. It organizes inter-college case analysis competition other than inviting top-class HR stalwarts from the industry. Dristikon CXO Conclave is another event organized by CIC every year. Dristikon in the year 2020 revolved around the theme Leading Through Challenging Time. International Relations, the International Relations Committee represents IMT Nagpur on a global platform. It has tie-ups with 28 reputed institutions from all over the world, including US, France, Australia, Austria, Belgium, South Africa, Canada, Ecuador, Mexico, Indonesia, and so on and so forth. Student activities and events. Our campus keeps thriving all through the year with a wide variety of innovative and extremely immersive activities. Some of them include Toastmasters International, Samavya, and so on and so forth. Alumni chapter meets. We also keep organizing alumni meet in various cities of this country. Driven by the three-pronged strategy of what we call as the Discover, Connect, and Engage, we organized our alumni meet in different cities like Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Kolkata, Bengaluru, and Mumbai. Hundreds of alumni participated in our events. Voyage 21 is a very well-known activity here in the campus. It's conducted by the entrepreneurship cell, and wherein we call all the startups entrepreneurs and who participate in Voyage 20. Speak Maggie is another activity which keeps happening every year. Pantheon, Concord, Student Ventures, Like Fun, Pratnya, and there's so many of them, which really keeps the students busy all through the year as such. And they are all experiential, and a lot of learning comes from all these activities. So our campus is always on auto mode, with the help of a large number of committees which include Admission Interaction Committee, Alumni Committee, Corporate Communication Committee, the Corporate Interaction Committee, the Entrepreneurship Committee, International Relations Committee, and so on and so forth. So many things was happening all the time here. And I'd like to talk about the placement team of IMT Nagpur, which strives towards building a sustainable long-term relationship with the corporate world. Its tireless efforts has resulted in some of the best campus placements in the past. The preceding few years has seen the graph of the companies that have visited, as well as the average package has gone up significantly. Big names like Capgemini, Cognizant, Reliance, HCL, and they've all come over to the campus and recruited our students. In the past 3 years, our average salary, so happily saw 84.48% increase. It went up from just about 7.96 lakhs per annum to about over 10 lakhs per annum. The highest last year was 23.57 lakhs. Management development programs. Through a variety of management development programs, we keep collaborating with the business houses. And some of these business houses which are very closely connected with us are the Geological Survey of India, Asian Paints, Power Grid Corporation, WCL, NTPC, and so on and so forth. And we have also signed MOU with industry, one with the Rotary District 3030, other with NEEDY and Spacewood Office Solutions, and with WCL Nagpur. So while we remained substantially engaged all through the year with the sole focus on creating institution of excellence, the list presented earlier by me is no means exhaustive, and I might have missed to mention a few here and there. This year, once again, we are placed to take IMT Nagpur to the next orbit of excellence. We're committed to see ourselves among the top few education institutions in the country. We've got resources, we've got ability, we are committed, and my entire faculty and staff are passionate to excel. Together we win, and we can. Learning is a lifelong experience, friends. You may have reached the end of one part of your journey, but there are many important journeys to follow, and if you remain open to learning, then you will one day not only be smarter, but wise too. So my dear friends, I wish each one of you a great future ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege and indeed an honor in saying a few words of introduction about Mr. Kamal Nath, who is deeply admired and revered by every member here and beyond. Mr. Kamal Nath, former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, is India's senior-most member of Parliament, having been elected for 9 terms since 1980. He joined the National Congress Party in 1968. He served as a member of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Commerce and also a member of the consultative committees for the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. He was India's Minister for Urban Development and Parliamentary Affairs till May 2014. From May 2009 to January 2011, he was the Minister of Road Transport and Highways, who paced the National Highway Development Program. He was the Commerce and Industry Minister of India from 2004 to 2009. From 1995 to 1996, Mr. Kamal Nath was the Textiles Minister of India. At the Earth Summit in Rio in 1992, Mr. Kamal Nath emerged as one of the chief spokespersons for developing countries and contributed significantly to the contours of the Climate Change Convention, the Biodiversity Conservation Convention, and the Forestry Agreement. Mr. Kamal Nath was educated at the prestigious Doon School and subsequently obtained his bachelor's degree in commerce from St. Xavier's College, Calcutta. Jabalpur University conferred on him an honorary doctorate in recognition of his remarkable contribution to public life. Mr. Kamal Nath has contributed immensely to higher education in his capacity earlier as President of the Governing Council of IMT and now as the Chief Mentor of IMT Group of Institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I have the proud privilege and honor to present to you Mr. Kamal Nath, the Chief Mentor of IMT Group of Institutions, to address the graduating students, please.
Mr. Gautam Singhania, Dr. Bigyan Verma, Director, faculty members, students, and friends. It's always an honor and joy for me to be back here in this pristine, beautiful, and tranquil surroundings of this campus. Over the years, the Institute has lived up to its motto of creating socially responsible business leaders and helping our youth realize their intellectual potential with a broad strategic vision and ability to handle diverse situations. I congratulate the faculty for taking the Institute to new heights and achieving academic excellence. I would like to thank Mr. Gautam Singhania and welcome him on my behalf and on the Institute's behalf for being here with us today. He is a visionary leader, and I've seen him over many years steering his companies to new heights. He is not only a successful businessman, but a philanthropist from one of the foremost business families of the country. It's not only business which he excels in. He excels in other activities. He was just telling me that in the next 3 days, there's going to be he's organizing the largest musical festival in Mumbai. It'll be the largest musical festival. He's driven a Formula One car in France. He's passionate about fast cars, boats and planes, and he formed the first ever super car club in India. Today is not my day. Today is Mr. Gautam Singhania's day. So I'm going to be very brief. But I'd like to start by saying that all of you here must be proud of the country you live in. There is no country in the world like India. Why do I say that? There is no country with so many religions. There is no country with so many castes. There is no country in the world with so many languages. There is no country in the world which has so many different kinds of festivals. There is no country in the world which has so many gods and goddesses. There is no country in the world which has given birth to religions, Jainism, Sikhism. This is India. And when we in India stand under one flag, we remain united. It's because of our ethos, the ethos of harmony. And it is this ethos of harmony which keeps the country together, which keeps society together. The world gets amazed when they look at India. Different languages. You go a little bit south and your dhoti and your pajama becomes a lungi. Here, the women wear their sari differently. You go south, they wear it differently. This diversity is so specific to India, which no country in the world has. And that's why I say, all of you must be very proud to live in a country which has a uniqueness which is looked at as a marvel by all other countries in the world. No country can talk of such diversity. We've had countries break up because of diversity. We saw what happened in Eastern Europe. They broke up because of diversity, simple diversity, just of language. But we all stand under one flag. All of you are fortunate to be living at a time when you have access, so much of access to the internet, to Google. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, this access to knowledge was not there. So you are a very fortunate generation. This generation, which is the generation of the internet, Google, social media, and it is here that you have to take advantage of. In the course of your long journey in today's fast-changing world, there are varied forces shaping management practices. The rapidness of change is unprecedented. The change in technology, the change which took place because of COVID. COVID drove technology as never before. And we must remember what is one said very often, that the only thing constant is change. The challenge is, how do you adapt to that change? How do you adopt that change? And this will be your biggest challenge. 5 years later, we'll be talking of 6G and 7G. 3 years ago, we used to be very happy with 2G and 3G. Today, everybody is talking of 5G. 5G is coming. They're talking of 7G. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you did not have Netflix. Now there's not one Netflix. There will be several kinds of Netflix. The challenge will be, how do you adopt to this change? How do you use this in your careers? You've been into the classrooms. You become literate. Being literate is not being educated. We must remember, the biggest classroom is outside the classroom. And that will be the deciding factor of your success in life. How do you be in the pursuit of knowledge? You have means of knowledge as never before. No generation in the world has had this access to knowledge which you have. And it is in this pursuit of knowledge which will shape your future. I always say one thing, that there is a difference in life between achievement and fulfillment. You have received your degree. It's achievement. Now you reach a position. You may be in any position. It may be achievement. But is it fulfillment? The challenge is, how do you make achievement and fulfillment converge? And that will be your challenge in life. And towards that fulfillment, remember that you have to always stand for justice, compassion, and courage. These are the few words I wanted to say today to share with you, which I have practiced in my life. Reaching a position has for me been an achievement. But then it was the pursuit of fulfillment. And that fulfillment has to be the driving force. And you have to ensure that in your lives, you will move from one bracket to another bracket to another bracket. All those will be achievements. But please do pursue fulfillment in your careers. My good wishes to all of you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a most wonderful address to our students here. Thank you. I now have the privilege and honor to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, the Chairman and Managing Director of Raymond Limited. He is the Chairman and Managing Director, a diversified group that is reckoned for creating best quality offerings in textiles, apparel, retail, FMCG, and realty sectors. With 20 years at the helm, he successfully steered the iconic Raymond Group to newer levels of success. With the focus of transforming Raymond into an international business group, he has embarked on a journey to create a new age organization that is geared to outpace competitors to ensure enhanced value creation for all concerned stakeholders. Gautam Hari Singhania has been instrumental for the group's aggressive foray into the ready-to-wear apparel segment with brands such as Park Avenue, Raymond Ready Wear, Color Plus, Parks, and Ethnics to provide complete wardrobe solutions for the discerning consumers. The astute leadership of Gautam Hari Singhania also saw the rise of Raymond's B2B businesses such as denim and garmenting that has some of the most eminent brand names globally as its customers. The FMCG arm of Raymond Group, known as Raymond Consumer Care, has a notable presence in the men's grooming space with fragrances. Recently, the group has forayed into the real estate space with the launch of Raymond Realty and is building an aspirational housing project spread across 20 acres of land parcel in Thane in Maharashtra. He's been conferred with the Maha Udyog Shri Award by the government of Maharashtra for industrial excellence. In addition to business, Gautam Hari Singhania has ensured that the Raymond Group contributes to different sections of the society in every way possible. The Raymond Group, under his leadership, is also committed towards excellence in education. Through its 4 schools in India, the group makes quality education accessible to over 10,000 children. A pioneer enthusiast in Indian motorsport, he was recently elected as India's representative of the Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile FIA World Motorsports Council, that's the WMSC, and represents the FMSCI, Federation of Motorsports Clubs in India, at its tutelage. I now request you, ladies and gentlemen, to kindly welcome our chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, with a warm round of applause as he is now going to give his convocation address to all of you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Shri Kamalnath ji, Dr. Verma, distinguished guests, friends from the media, students, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I am truly humbled and impressed to be invited here today. I thank Shri Kamalnath ji for his perseverance, for getting me here. And I must compliment the institute that I see. Next, Kamalnath ji paid me all these flowery compliments of all the things I did, or I do. And every time I go racing or I go doing things in my life, I give myself the privilege of saying I work for the Raymond brand and I have to become the complete man. And under that garb, I get to do everything I want to do in life. And the third irony of this morning, and I'd like to share, is that when I walked in, I saw all these lovely students all dressed in suits, coming from a company that is the largest manufacturer of suits in the world. I was made to take out my suit and put on a robe like this. The irony of that is that for somebody who's been a college dropout, this is a great moment to wear something like this. So thank you very much for having me here. Yesterday, I just asked the director, I said, what would you like me to speak about? And he said, just to give a few points. I think, firstly, congratulations to everybody who's graduating today. And while you're coming out from the academic world into the real world will be slightly different. You come with a new thinking, you come with a new education, and organizations like us brace the youth, because the youth teach us a new way of doing things and a new world order that we are not familiar with. And like Sri Kamalnathji said, he said, the only thing constant in life is change. And the faster you embrace change, the more successful you will be. As you come out into life, each one of you will face several challenges. When you look from the outside to anybody successful, you say, you know, how lucky and how gifted or happy that person must be. But let me tell you, anybody who has been successful from his hard work, determination, and the refusal to quit. Challenges will come, but obstacles are those things people see when they lose sight of their challenges or their goals. Let's take COVID. COVID, I think, was the biggest challenge for most of the world. All of us were challenged to the T. And Raymond, today with 35,000 to 40,000 employees on one side, bearing a cost, and retail shut, we were squeezed in the middle. We came down to the last dollar, where the banks refused on the 24th of July to roll over 5 crore rupees for a company of this size. I didn't know where the money would come from the next day, but I had belief in myself. And I said, one day at a time, and you will get there. And slowly, with the belief and the faith that we had in the team and the people, today, I'm happy to say that we have been the best performing low cap stock in the stock market in India today. And it's a matter of pride that when you set your mind to something and you say that I'm going to achieve something, please take it from me that nothing in the world succeeds as the power of the human mind. If you make up your mind to do something, yes, you might face some challenges on the way, but you will get there. Today, let me give you one quick story which a lot of you might not know, but as you're aware, I used to race cars. And when I raced the Challenge Series, the most difficult circuit was the Mugello circuit in Italy. We went to the circuit, and it was a horrible weekend for me. I had a very bad crash at 190 kilometers an hour. The World Finals were at the same location. We went back, and we went into testing, and I was running dead last for 4 out of 6 sessions. I had to come back, get my head around it, and happy to say that on the weekend, because I won in the mind, I qualified first and I won that race. And it just shows that if you focus your mind onto something, you will win. I also urge each one of you to think big, make yourself some unrealistic challenges, and you will achieve. And I'm going to give you one small example like that. The lady who introduced me said, we educate 10,000 children. When we inaugurated our second school in Thane, in a weak moment, when we were at about 8,000 or 10,000 children, on the stage I made a commitment to the then Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, that before I die, I will educate 100,000 children. I didn't know how we were going to get there, but I knew, having made the commitment, I'm going to do it. I'm happy to say that by 2025, the Raymond Group will be educating over 50,000 children, and will probably become 100,000 by the year 28. It was a dream we set, and we're going to achieve it. We're going to be far ahead of what we set ourselves. So always set yourself a goal which is much higher than you think you can achieve, and trust me that your power and determination will get you there. I don't want to take too much time, but I must say I'm absolutely happy to be here today. As you step out into your next chapter of your life, I'd like to take this occasion to wish each and every one of you all the very best. I would also like to congratulate Dr. Verma and his team on this good work, because you are building the future of India. And like Kamal Ji said, apna samay aa gaya hai aaj. This is India's time in the sun. Everybody believes in India. Believe in yourself, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm sure our students will always remember this great convocation address that you've just delivered. Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania. I now request Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania to kindly award medals to the first and second rank holders graduating from the PGDM programs offered at IMT Nagpur for the batch of 2020-2022. May I request you, sir, to kindly step in front of the stage, please. Kindly line up as quickly as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the batch of 2020-2022 and the PGDM all students 2020-2022. The gold medalists for the highest CGPA across the program streams of PGDM goes to Shalupriya Nair. Let's give her a warm round of applause. Kindly remain on stage, please, Shalupriya. The PGDM Marketing 2020-22 goes to Shalupriya Nair, who gets the gold medal. PGDM Financial Management 2020-2022. The gold medal goes to R. Rohini. Oh, I think Shalupriya is coming back on stage. And the silver medal for PGDM Financial Management goes to Deepak Kumar. Let's give him a round of applause. This is Deepak Kumar, who will receive the silver medal. Based on all-round performance in curricular and extracurricular activities, the gold medal for the best graduating student of the batch of 2020-2022 goes to Shalupriya Nair. She gets the gold medal for the best graduating student. Thank you very much indeed. Let's have a lovely photograph. Thank you very much, distinguished dignitaries on the stage. Kindly be seated, please. Thank you. Administration of the management oath by the Director of IMT Nagpur. May I request Dr. Bigyan Verma, Director IMT Nagpur, to kindly administer the management oath to all the students of the graduating batch, please.
Please repeat after me. I, having qualified for postgraduate diploma in management, do solemnly take an oath that to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment, I will duly and sincerely bring my organization to excellence with utmost satisfaction to all stakeholders, utilize all resources placed at my disposal to achieve sustainable development in accordance with the rule of law, uphold principles of business ethics, and practice tenets of good governance. Thank you. May you prove worthy of being a true IMTN. Thank you.
All the students who have pursued postgraduate diploma in management in various streams from IMT Nagpur will now rise to take their diplomas. I'd like to request the chairperson, PGDM programs, Professor Abhishek Narayan Singh, to kindly usher in the PGDM students, please. I request the Dean Academics, Professor P. Janaki Ramuddu, to kindly come up on stage and present the students to the Director for admitting them to postgraduate diploma in management, please. May I now request Dr. Bigyan Verma, Director, to kindly admit the graduating students, please.
Sir, I present to you the students of PGDM programs whose names appear in the list and who have been examined and found qualified for the postgraduate diploma in management, to which I pray that they be admitted. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Governing Council, I admit you to the postgraduate diploma in management programs, and I charge you that ever in life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I now invite Mr. Kamal Nath, the Chief Mentor of IMT Group of Institutions, to award the diplomas to the students of the graduating batch, please. I shall announce the names of the batch of 2018 to 2020. Kindly come up quickly, receive your diplomas, and leave just as fast. Thank you. Ayushi Saxena, Mahima Arora, Megha Dasgupta, Shivashu Kumar Bhandral, Ayushi Jhawar, Abhinav Swaminath VS, Meenakshi Jain, Neha Singh, Prema Agarwal, Ragini Agarwal. Yash Shirish Morgade, Akshay Rathi, Ashmita Sahu, Anusha Pai Fondikar, Rajshekhar Chaudhary, Shaunak Shushant Verma, Sravam Pedi, Tarini Prasad Rat, Vedant Muniraj Dhamde, Vikrant Anil Garge. Astha Khagendra Gorle, Akash Garg, Ashish Daniel, Mohammad Ammar, Parvesh Kumar, Diksha Dash, Ishan Singla, Ishita Chandra, Nishiket Kishore Dharmik, Prapti Prashant Nikhade, Pratik Kabra, Rohit Ketan Randive, Swarup Shankar Likhar. I'll now announce the names of the students graduating of the batch of 2019 to 2021. Ridesh Vinod Parak, Ajinkya Prateep Chavade, Akash Thakur, Anamika Mishra, Anush Mehra, Debashish Karmakar, Harshita Argade, Jatin Singhal, Jude Cecil Francis, Kritika Taya. Mayur Guhe, Naman Agarwal, Namit Singh Yadav, Prashant Gambale, Rohit Jappu Pai, Sanatan Ashok Chaudhary, Shivam Juneja, Shreya Chakravarti, Shruti Lele, Vaibhav Kumar. Vipul Kushlani, Ashma Agarwal, Manish Bansal, Neil Bhattacharya, Shashank, Shipra Saraugi, Shreya Bhambani, Ajit R. Thomas, Amol Anil Chokate, Devashish Girish Toliwal, Joy Porwal. Pratap Anil Singhewar, Malvika Agarwal, Mayuk Mitra, Minal C. Patel, Naina Gupta, Parnika Tandon, Priyanshi Mehta, Ria Tulsian. Sanjita Podar, Shriya Ahuja, Somya Jhawar, Swapnil Hemraj Raut, Afaq Hashim Sheikh, Ashri Sabat, Paridhi Agarwal, Tushar Ghosh. Ketki Sunil Bhutada, Aditya Raghuvanshi, Abhishek Jhalani, Anshika Mishra, Aishwarya Chaudhary, Deepak Prashant, Harsh Gupta, Himanshu Sharma, Kartik Khazanchi, Lakshay Barua, Lokesh Mohta, Mayank Chauda, Radhika Kejriwal, Sanjeev B. George, Shamiksha Gupta, Shekhar Debashish Chaudhary. Vishakha Rastogi, Akash Dikshit, Abhishek Chakraborty, Bhavya Vashisht, Deepti B. Khandelwal, Divya Sharma, Gunashi Nagori, Harshit Saxena, Kanav Sharda, Mayur K. Nanda, Muzammil Kazi, Nityanand Goyal, Radhika Gupta, Samir Ashok Kumbalwar, Shubham Inani, Viresh Garg. Devraj Mishra, Chandan K.S., Adarsh Sharma, Akash Ghoshal, Ashwin Kakkar, Ayushi Agarwal, Mohammad Azhar Khan, Nalingsha Sharma, Nitesh Kumar, Sachin Kumar Mehta, Sayan Samanta, Vasu Visht, Vipul Kumar Singh, Ayush Yadav, Saurabh Sanyal, Shrestha Patodia. Ajay Gupta, Aman Sharma, Ayushi Srivastav, Krishan Agarwal, Manikutla Fani Sasank, Resham Abrol, Rohit Verma, Rom Harshit Kulsheshtra, Shakshi Jain, Saurav Jhunjhunwala, Saili Abhay Mahajan, Tilak Raj Upadhyay, Abrol Ankit Anil. I'll now announce the students who received their diplomas for the batch of 2020-2022. Akriti Maskara, Ajit Bhibakar, Dipali Lalit Singh Chauhan, Deepika Bajaj, Keur Himanshu Joshi, Nihal Bhagchand Katre, Pranjali Sinha, Rahul Kumar Singh, Samir Harshit Budhwani, Harshvardhan Sushil Kabra, Arnab Bhaunmik, Manish Pawar, Dipshika Singh Tomar, Hemant Vivekanand Shinde, Jatin Gupta. Metrika Kaul, Nitish Nair, Pranam Phukan, Sakshi Agarwal, Sudipta Sanyal, Yash Ajmera, Karuna Bansal, Shraddha Dudhande, Abhijit Singh Dhaka, Anshul Bhargava, Debayan Haldar, Ishan Bansal, Manali Jain, Prakriti Manish Avasti, Pulkit Jain, Riya Kansal. Sadia Sheikh, Shraddha Kastwar, Simran Kanaya Raghani, Tapti Puglia, V. Lavanya Nidhi, Yash Buntalwar, Simran Baljit Singh Saini, Sonal Podar, Akhil Lada, Akshat Rathore, Deepak Kumar, Hitesh Akshok Rao Bhojane, R. Rohini, Rahul Mittal, Samriddhi Garg, Simran Agarwal. Tushar Dhanwani, Astha Parak, Jatin Gupta, Yashvardhan Jhunjhunwala, Divyansh Goyal, Nikita Kathal, Aparajita Bose, Ashutosh Mohan Patil, Neha Chandwani, Nehal Sanjay Nerotra, Kamle Akanksha Hiralal, Abhishek, Anurag Kotelia, Ashi Jain, Krunal Kundan Kamdi, Prachi Peshwani. Rohan Kumar, Rohit Chandrabhushan Sharma, Shalupriya Nair, Shubham Vishwajit Korde, Surya Pratap Singh, Chitvam Dolani, Pallavi Kumari, Swarnima Khanna, Ronak Somani, Gauravi Rajput, Anupriya Ghosh, Nidhi Khandelwal, Sudip Srivastav. Thank you very much indeed. Chief guest, Mr. Gautam Hari Singhania, Mr. Kamalnath, and our director for awarding the diplomas to the batch of 2018, 2020, 2019, 2021, and 2020 to 2022. Well, we're now coming to the closure of the convocation, and I request the Dean Academics, Dr. P. Janaki Ramudu, to kindly propose a vote of thanks, please.
Good morning. On behalf of Governing Council, Executive Committee, and Board of Governors of IMT Nagpur, it's my honor and privilege to offer a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion, Convocation 2022 of IMT Nagpur. At the outset, we are blessed to have Sri Kamalnath ji as our mentor. Sir, your selfless service to the cause of India's development for the last 4+ decades will remain remembered all the times, and your dedicated mentorship and guidance to IMT Nagpur since its inception has been instrumental in its growth trajectory. Sir, we at IMT Nagpur are committed to taking ahead the vision of our founding father, late Sri Mahendranath ji, under your able leadership. Thank you very much for being with us to grace this occasion and blessing all of us. Thank you, sir. We are highly indebted to Sri Gautam Hari Singhania, the Chairman and Managing Director of Raymond Group, the world's largest producer of suiting fabrics. The brand Raymond has been deeply penetrated into the minds of consumers such that by suiting, they mean Raymond. Sir, your passion for challenges in life inspires everyone to get out of the comfort zone. We are grateful to you for having taken out time to grace the occasion. Your words of wisdom keep us moving ahead. It's my great honor for graduating students to receive the degrees from you. We are indeed privileged to have you amongst us on this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. Invited guests, thank you for honoring our invitation. Your presence is of immense motivation to all of us. Thank you very much for gracing the occasion. I profusely thank our director, Dr. Bigyan Verma, for his able guidance in organizing this event in a seamless manner. Thank you very much, sir. It's a privilege to thank all my faculty colleagues for their active participation in the grand success of the event. Every faculty at IMT Nagpur has been contributing tremendously by being a part of one committee or the other. Thank you, my faculty colleagues. It's no exaggeration to say that this convocation wouldn't have been possible without the strong support and unblemishable contribution by my staff colleague. Dear staff, your relentless efforts came to fruition, evidenced by the flawless flow of the event on this occasion. Your dedication is stupendous. Thank you, Sevo, and the entire staff for shouldering such a huge task successfully with ease. I profusely thank electronic and print media for their support and wide coverage of our convocation to all stakeholders. Name any event at IMT Nagpur, the media is there with us. Dear media representatives, we are highly indebted to you all and looking forward to your continued support for future events as well. Thank you very much. We at IMT strongly believe in empowering the students. It's indeed a students-driven campus. The involvement of our students is of great value and in the successful organization of this event. Thank you, my beloved student volunteers, for your contribution. Parents, friends, and relatives of graduate students, thank you for gracing this occasion. I am sure it's a pride moment for all of you witnessing the success of your ward. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Last but not the least, my dear graduating students and distinguished alumni of IMT Nagpur, thank you for taking out your personal and professional time to experience the much awaited event and receive the degree. I am sure this is the most fulfilling moment in your life. Thank you very much and wish you all the best for your future endeavors. I also thank Ms. Kaveri, who has Grand Master of Ceremony on this occasion. Thank you one and all for having given this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for proposing a vote of thanks. I'm sure it's been seconded by all of us here. I now request Mr. Kamal Nath to formally announce the closing of the convocation, please.
I declare the convocation closed.
I now request all of us to kindly rise for the national anthem, and I request the student volunteers to kindly come on stage to render the national anthem, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Kindly remain standing till the convocation procession leaves the pandal, please. So now you can throw your hats in the air. May I request our photographers to kindly take this wonderful moment for all the convocating students, please. Well, thank you very much for your patience in witnessing this ceremony. On behalf of the IMT family, I'd now like to extend a warm invitation to all the invitees, the parents and the students to proceed for lunch to the adjacent dining hall on your left side. Thank you very much for being here with us, and have a wonderful day ahead.
It was wonderful. Thank you.